Hello. So, it is October the 16th, 2019. It has been several months since my last video update because at that time it was just time to wait and see. So, since I posted that video, there's some details that I want to share with you. There were things that I said in that last video, like I was feeling sunburnt, like the worst sunburn of your life, things of that nature. Well, it really took an ugly turn there for a little bit, and the pain was worse than the original pain, which was terrible. That even on morphine, I was feeling pretty horrible. I was sick from the chemo. That lasted, I had a couple of good days there right at the beginning, but that following week, after I posted that video, it really hit me, and it was probably the worst I felt the entire treatment. The going to the bathroom part, if you're going through this, just brace yourself is the best thing I can tell you. It felt like peeing and pooping hot lava. I can't be any less graphic and be honest. I cried going to the bathroom. I yelled out going to the bathroom. Whatever it took to just get through it, it was a horrible experience. I wouldn't wish it on my very worst enemy. I promise you that. But that, it was horrible, and it got worse before it got better. But within 2 weeks, I was starting to come out of this, and I'm like, wait, am I feeling better? And at that point, it was time to come off the morphine, which was another not fun. So he was weaning me off, and at one point I finally was like, okay, enough is enough. I don't need this anymore. So I'm going to just stop. And I did, and I went through withdrawal. And the withdrawal symptoms for me were diarrhea and vomiting and sweats and shakes and tremors and muscle aches, and pretty much terrible. And that was a 5-day process for me. But I knew that with each day that I could get through, that was one day closer to being just done with this. We also talked to you about hair loss, and I wanted to just kind of give you an update. You notice my hair is much shorter than in any of those videos, and if you may or may not be able to tell, it is much, much thinner. You can see it is very thin, and I'm going to show you. This is actually, gotten a lot better, but you can see the loss. And just for those of you going through it, I'm just going to be real honest. Let me go up here and get in the light. You can see I had a lot of hair, a whole lot, and maybe in the beginning you could tell how thick my hair was at that time. So I can see where they tell you, well, you may not lose all your hair. If you have thin hair and you're starting somewhere like where I'm at now, I just want you to brace yourself for possibility of losing it. But most of my hair loss is really just like this top part of my head. My sister-in-law, she cuts my hair, and it took me a long time to have the courage to even go let her cut my hair, because it was just coming out. And I like I said, the fallout just stopped probably 3 weeks ago, maybe not even that long, maybe 2 weeks ago. So we're talking about from July till October, I was still heavily losing my hair. And so that was stressful for me, and that's just vanity. I'm going to be honest, I cried over my hair probably as much as I cried over having cancer. So it's just traumatic is all. But it's just hair. It is. And there are options that you can do. I just was lucky enough not to lose everything. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you. So, we just went through months of waiting and waiting patiently, and it was hard. Of still going to the doctor monthly and having fantastic reports. They could not feel anything. They could not see anything. But I did go and have a PAP and a mammogram done. Mammogram came back clear, but my PAP was abnormal, which shouldn't surprise anyone since they radiated my whole pelvic area. But I did have to go through the colposcopy for testing for cervical cancer, which was a little concerning, but I felt like it was probably nothing, and turns out it was nothing. So that's good news as well. Yesterday, it was finally time for my CT scan, the contrasting CT scan. So I went and had that done, and I got my results today. And I am cancer-free. I am so thrilled to be able to say that. So in none of my videos did I tell how large my tumor was, or did I tell the staging. I was stage 3 cancer. The tumor was 5 centimeters by 4.5 centimeters, as well as I had cancer in 2 lymph nodes, one on the right side and one on the left side as well. And today I have a normal CT scan. So we are praising God. I am telling you, if you are not a believer in Jesus Christ, that prayer and Jesus Christ and God Himself are what saved me. I was in a very precarious spot when we discovered this cancer, and through the power of prayer, I know that the Lord has brought me through this. And I know that if you are in a scary place, just know that the Lord is there for you. And this journey is not over for me. I will be scanned every so often. I have to continue right now to go monthly to the colorectal doctor. I have an appointment next week. And I also have to continue to go every 3 months to my gynecologist, as well as the oncologist, for checks. So this journey doesn't end, but I am in remission, and that is something to praise and celebrate. And anyone else on this journey, feel free, if you want to message me, do so. I'm glad to hear from you, and I can answer any questions. I would be glad to, because we're in this together, y'all. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Bye-bye.